So the other day, a YouTuber live streamed themselves hitting someone with their car. Apparently she was under the influence of the devil's lettuce, in a state where it is legal, but obviously using it and then driving, that is far from legal.
They're not fake, but I wonder
Can't park there. But obviously, this is really bad. A human being is so fixated on their social media and their handheld device that they have literally just run somebody over. I don't think I need to tell you just how bad this is. Maybe instead I can tell you a bit more about this character, because I've seen an extremely pleasant description. The woman who goes by VP on the popular video sharing platform, which stands for Vegan Patriot, by the way, frequently live streams with viewers on Reddit describing her own channel as showcasing consistent drug use and peeing in alleys. Interesting. I was thinking about this the other day, you know, some YouTubers will leave behind genuine legacies for their audience. Even people who didn't watch them will know who they are and their name will ring bells. Take someone like Technoblade, for example. His content touched many people. When he passed away, it was an extremely emotional time for millions of people around the world. But this person we're talking about today was described as somebody who pees in alleys. But that's not the worst part, because genuinely she gets so much worse. She allegedly does much worse recreationals whilst driving and live streaming, including meth. I saw someone once say she tried to blame it on Darman. Maybe this was a side effect. But VP, or Vegan Patriot, is always on her phone whilst she's driving. That's kind of her thing. I'm sure she'll say it's fine, and some people will also say it's fine because the phone's propped up most of the time. But whilst she's streaming and driving, more importantly, she's responding to chat. She's like thanking people for giving donations. You know, that's the sort of thing that live streamers do. But that's not to say doing this while driving is acceptable, because clearly it's not, because she kind of hit someone. But could you imagine getting into a car crash with a live streamer? They get out the car, look over to you and say, "L driver, chat." I think I'd probably run myself over at that point. But let's see how this situation pans out, shall we?
Oh my god, are you okay?
No. What the fuck did you do?
I didn't see her.
Why are you not looking?
I was looking. I didn't see you.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, I did not see you.
Okay, Ann. What the fuck?
Just tell me how I can help.
If I just hit someone with my car, I don't think the first thing I'd do is try and argue with them. I think I'd be apologising profusely and making sure they're okay. Well, actually, I think I wouldn't be live streaming this sort of thing in the first place, and I'd definitely stop the live stream if I was streaming at the time. This sort of thing was never gonna go down well, was it? When I turn a corner in my car, I signal, I look around to see what's going on, and then I turn when it's safe to do so. I definitely do not worry about what the people in my phone are saying in that moment, and I hope anyone watching this video does the same. But for me, the most worrying thing here is that she doesn't really look like she is looking around massively. Like, she looks like she's facing straight when she hits the person. So like, how haven't you seen them? And that doesn't sound like a little bump, you know, like clipping someone as you drive past. That was a thud. Also, you ask the person how you can help. Maybe like get out the car, go over to the person and see if they've got any injuries. Because as a reminder, you have just driven into them. But definitely stop the stream. But after VP says okay like a million times, you can clearly see the panic is setting in.
Oh my god, you guys. I don't know what just happened, but it wasn't good. I'm trying to... Where do you want me to go? I plan on it. I plan on it. Can I park? Can I park?
I mean, fair enough, she's not driven off. I guess if you want to take the positives out of a situation. But actually, maybe it would have been a different story if she wasn't live at the time, because you can't really get away with that, can you? You have just live streamed yourself, running someone over, and then communicating with them. But one thing I am thinking of though, like, could this have been intentional? I'm not accusing her of doing this on purpose, by the way, but like, how long until people do start doing things like this? Because they're very clippable. Because surely if you are just watching someone drive a car on live, like, surely you are just kind of hoping they get in a crash? Because surely no one's getting enjoyment out of just seeing a camera propped up on someone's car dashboard and just watching them drive. Because like, apparently her whole thing is that she kind of just does deliveries. I'm not mocking the occupation, but that's not exactly content, is it? Like, someone's just doing their day-to-day job. But I guess there's something for everyone on the internet. But just keep the grocery thing in the back of your mind for a little bit, because there's a clip I want to show you of that later, which is genuinely the worst thing I think I'm ever going to talk about in a video. It involves a dog and poo. But to top this off, she goes on and reads the room, and she reads it immaculately.
All right, guys, here's your content for the day.
Content in 2024, my friends. We genuinely now have hit and don't run streamers before GTA 6. But when your first thought after hitting someone with your car is content, you need help. At that point, you are chronically online, and that's coming from a commentary YouTuber. But after this, when she and the runoveree have stopped and presumably exchanged details, they waited for the police to turn up. The streamer probably thought, oh god, my freedom in this land of the free is finally up. Driven into somebody whilst high, you know, it's not a good look. But it didn't go how you would probably assume it would. Because after the incident, she apparently went live again. Yep, she hopped back into her car, propped the phone back up, and went live and started her engine. The grind don't stop. In fact, instead of a slap on the wrist, she apparently got some praise. I'm blessed because I decided not to be a piece of shit, she says. The cop literally told me, just so you know, I know how hard that was. Do you know how many hit and runs we have out here? What is going on in America? I get feeling relieved that the person actually stopped, but maybe keep that to yourself. You know, you're dealing with a criminal. I completely understand that the person hit by the car and the streamer themselves have supposedly got off scot-free here, but this could have gone way, way worse. Somebody could have lost their life. But this isn't the first time something like this has happened to this streamer. Just watch this.
Oh my god! Ah!
This clip was taken from her stream about 2 weeks ago. Surely at that point you think, you know what, maybe this is a sign. If I'm talking to chat whilst driving, things can go bad very quickly. But I did a bit more searching and I managed to find her reaction after she hit somebody.
So, like, long story short, I don't know what else to say other than I was driving. I had the right of way. It was a green light, but there were still people that I did not see when I turned. And I hit the girl, and it was really scary and traumatizing, I think, and, like, probably for both of us, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Probably was quite traumatizing for the person that you crashed into. That may be the smartest thing you've said. Because, of course, it's bloody traumatizing if you hit somebody with your car, isn't it? And I don't know the rules of the road in America because, you know, fun fact, I'm not American. But no matter if you have right of way or not, you should still be alert of your surroundings. You are driving a car. You can't just throw it round a corner and not look where you're going. You're not renting a racetrack. You're not the only person there. You're driving on public roads which people cross. Who cares if you have the right of way? This is just you trying to defend yourself, which is kind of cringe because maybe you should just like stop taking recreationals whilst you drive. Then you might have a bit more awareness. Then you could probably avoid these sort of incidents. But one important bit of information which I have only just learned from watching this video is that there were some injuries sustained to the person that she hit.
Her friend had missing tooth. That's about it.
She got a missing tooth from it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She fell. I think I bumped her onto the ground, bro. Like, I think that's what happened. You know what I mean? Like, face first.
What? That's fucking crazy.
It's just a tooth. I mean, it is crazy, but yeah.
Just a tooth. That's all it is. You don't need them. Why would you complain about missing a literal tooth? But she genuinely doesn't look like she even cares. She doesn't look slightly bothered. To her, it looks like she's actually getting annoyed that the guy on the other end of the phone is making it a big deal. Because it is a big deal. You've just hit somebody. They've lost their tooth. Like, yes, it is a whoa moment. Like, he's right to be reacting that way. You've taken somebody's tooth because you were driving whilst high. This is one of the most selfish acts you can do, by the way. Like, genuinely, it pisses me off so much to see people driving whilst drunk or high. Like, I know someone who lost their dad on Christmas Eve to a drunk driver. Doing a selfish act just like this can have such a massive effect on people. It's not just the fact that you could have ended someone's life, it's the fact that all of it could have been avoided. If you just didn't take those substances, this incident probably wouldn't have happened. And you could have ended someone's life, and that is going to affect everybody who knows that person. And it's all because you're a selfish person thinking about yourself and your shitty live
I
stream.
feel like it could have been a lot worse. I have insurance, guys. It'll be fine.
Fuck off. Seriously, fuck off. That is the most American response I've ever heard. You're not even bothered about the person, are you? You just don't want to get sued. That is actually pathetic. But speaking of selfishness, remember earlier I mentioned the dog video? Basically, this YouTuber has a little dog who joins her on her live streams. And there was once an incident where the dog had to use the bathroom. And dogs don't have thumbs. They can't open car doors to go and find a restroom somewhere or find somewhere private to do their business. And if you gotta go, well, you gotta go. Especially if you have worms. And it just so happens that the dog's shit clock hit 2 o'clock whilst the vegan was delivering groceries. I can't show any more of that. That is disgusting. That's a worm. What the fuck? This is the most revolting thing I've ever looked at whilst doing this channel. This is disgusting, but as you could see, the dog has a worm hanging out its bottom while standing on top of grocery bags. Now, you may be thinking she's cancelled the order. She's done the right thing. Because no one wants worms in their shopping bags, do they? That quite literally has so many different germs on it that could be spread to people. The eggs can hatch in the human intestine, then the immature worm can travel to various tissues in the body, including eyes and brain. Serious infection can result in damage to these organs and can cause blindness. That's bad. Where's the humanity here? So this YouTuber has documented himself driving into people and delivering bags of worms. Because yes, she decided to deliver the bags to the people. I've seen many people say that she's, you know, flicked it to the side or taken it out of the bags. From this clip, I can't see that, but hopefully she did. Obviously, she should have just, you know, not done the delivery. But hopefully the physical worm is not in someone's house because those things just lay eggs everywhere. But even this, she tries to worm her way out of.
So Abigail went out like 3 times today and she hasn't pooped, she's peed. Once at the vet, once before that, and then the nighttime, like 2 in bag. It was not on anything else I checked. I removed it, all is well. That's what bags are for, right? To protect.
No, they're not. Last time I checked, the bags just made it easier for me to carry my shopping. Not for shitting on. This is Airhead Final Boss. Also interesting to hear that the dog has been to the vet, so that means you are aware of its condition. You know, having worms. So obviously the best thing for it would be to keep it around people's groceries, because that's such a bright idea, isn't it? It actually saddens me that these people would have unwillingly consumed the food in these bags, not knowing that they've been shat on. Apparently the dog did a piss too, which is just absolutely vile. But how can you just wipe piss off a bag? That literally soaks through. Or so I've been told. But anyway, after that grueling experience, I'm going to end the video there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you did enjoy. Like and subscribe if you made it this far. You know, small channel, helps me out massively. And yeah, cheers. Bye.